everybody. So I just went to a new spot. They've been open since like, I think she said March or April. I met the owner. She's super nice. It's called Miami 305 Vintage, and really nice place. Lots of things. It was like sensory overload. I got a few little things, but I definitely want to go back with, you know, more calmness in my mind and ready to, like, today was just to check it out. And the owner was so sweet. We exchanged information. So we're following each other on Instagram. She gave me the okay to film and to take pictures. So I'm happy to advertise for a local thrifter, curated curiosity buddy in Miami, where we live, which is like far out West Kendall. I guess what smaller cities would call the suburbs. We don't have much besides like Goodwills, and the Goodwills, they're not that great. I find an occasional little unicorn or little thingamabob, but they're not too great. So in order to go to like the real thrift stores, the red, white, and blue, American Thrift, Family Thrift, all those things, you have to go further out. It's 30 plus minutes. If not, you're going all the way to out of the county, out of Miami-Dade County to Broward County, where people like Jolie Flips, who I love, thank you for the inspo. That's where she thrifts mostly in Broward County and in Palm Beach County. Miami-Dade County, she comes every so often to Hialeah, which that area is pretty good. That's the closest good thrifting for us, which is still probably about 30 minutes from me. So to have this right around the corner, this is awesome. So I'll show you guys what I curated. So of course, the first thing I find is the ever so popular little 80s, early 90s goose or geese. Look how cute this is. I ended up taking look at that one. I ended up taking the little napkin holder. Then you have a whole huge false graph set. I love the salt and pepper shakers, that little stamped SMP, adorable. So beautiful. But I think it's so overdone that nobody's collecting it. I saw this little mid-century, looked very 70s, and I forgot to ask how much it was. I wanted to go back to it, and then I completely forgot. Love the purple and the green together. If you don't know by now, I collect random like antique and vintage teacups and saucers, and I like to mix and match. So I am that person that breaks up sets. But I have a really cute curated collection. Of course, there was Corning and Pyrex and all that fun stuff. Oh, there's the cute purple and green again. I took some pictures in between. So much glass and crystal. Like I've said in a previous video, I just love etched glass. I think it's just so delicate and so beautiful, and there's so many designs. I especially loved this one. It was just covered with etchings of flowers, and I just found it so delicate and beautiful. Look at this tiny little, I don't even know what it is. Was it like a cordial glass, or is it for like a little candle? Adorable. Oh, and look at this tiny little thing. I was hoping it was for a teeny tiny candle, but I think it was the base for something that broke off. Loved this mid-century ice bucket. Not my style, but I still love, the sentiment of, 1950s, 60s parties. Oh, there's the rest of the geese. Beautiful canisters, lots of silverware. These I was excited about. When I started lifting them up, though, they seem to be all either mass-produced or newer, but they were really sweet looking. I don't mind getting more modern things if it goes with my hodgepodge collection of saucers and china and stuff. Minnie and Mickey from the 80s. I had a bedroom of that Minnie. I think she was called Totally Minnie. fell in love with this swan Lennox. And then again, it was so much to look at and so many beautiful things. I just forgot to ask about the price. Same with this beautiful little Lennox candy dish. Those hearts are everything. Those were all more modern pieces. Loved this tureen with the gold edging. So beautiful. And it was actually in good condition. Like all the gold on these parts, these pieces that I'm showing you are in really good condition. You could tell someone took really good care of it. Didn't put them in the dishwasher. As you can see, these shelves were piled thick into, you know, layers and layers deep. Look how beautiful that plate. See, I saw all these things and I told myself I'll go back, and then I forgot. But yes, there was so many goodies that I definitely have to go back. This is going to be like a once a week thing. Just until I see everything, because there's so many beautiful things. I tend to gravitate towards apples, I guess, since I'm a teacher. Orange juice, anchor hawking. I have it though. But I tend to gravitate towards the apples. I don't end up buying it because I'm like, my house doesn't have apples in it and I wouldn't put it in my classroom. But I just like to look at it. There was a lot of knickknacks, a lot of elephants throughout the whole store. Look at that little rocking chair in the back. So cute. A lot of little knickknacks and figurines, but not quite my style. If that would have been a real little like figurine by itself without the keychain, I totally would have gotten it. It was so cute and tiny. But when it comes to figurines, I think I'm, you know, well, that's beautiful. I gravitate towards cats, vintage cats. And I like the whole kitsch, 50s, 60s, you know, what's that word? Anamorphic? I don't know. Or animals look like people. I like that. And they didn't have much of that here. But, you know, it seems she has such a big collection. And they were telling me, see, more elephants. Look how cute those little cartoon elephants. They were telling me that they're constantly getting things in. So, you know, I'll definitely be back. And I hopefully will find some kitsch. This was a little weird looking. But it's a cat, so of course I gravitated to it. Here's another thing that I told myself. I'll go back and I'll ask how much it is because I thought it was just so tiny and cute, and then I forgot. I loved this little pepper girl or salt girl, but she didn't have her little partner, her little Delft blue and white partner. I totally would have gotten it if it was a complete set. I saw that Milli Fiori, and I thought it was a paperweight, but it wasn't. It was some weird, like, paper holder. Look, another swan. How beautiful. I loved that frosted swan. I kept going back, hoping I'd find a little partner to the little girl. Oh, I found a bunch of these plates that were hand-painted. They were so beautiful. I especially loved this one.
It was really pretty. I love the colors.
I believe it was made in Italy. Yeah. I just like the shape. Like the actual shape was a flower, and then it had the flowers on it. And I ended up getting these little guys. I just thought they were so sweet. And the colors were so beautiful. That blue, purple and yellow, hand painted, made in Japan. Went right in my basket. I'm so attracted to florals. Anything with flowers, modern, old, vintage, antique. I love it. This also, the gold was in great condition. I was proud of whoever owned it for as long as they did. And then she had a little Christmas section. These were really cute. They were really heavy, like iron stocking holders. But I'm not ready to shop for Christmas yet. I'm not ready for summer to be over. Loved this beautiful set. Look at the little birds with the red background. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, my grandmother, my abuela, had that little clock in gold like that. I think it was a little bigger. I tried picking it up, but then I noticed that the casing on the outside was all cracked in the back. A bunch of cute little wooden boxes. I love bookends. I'm not a horse person though, but I do love bookends. No clowns for me, please. But as you can see, there's just a mix of everything. Tons of, furniture, wood, older pieces, a lot of mid-century. I loved all these brass little bells. A cat, gravitated. Loved these blown glass little tulips, or I'm not sure what they were, little lotuses or something. So beautiful. And I love this little glass vase. But they didn't have markings or anything. And I'm trying to be more intentional with my shopping and my thrifting. So I didn't end up getting those. These were pretty. But yeah, they looked very modern. Look at this little turtle's face. Little squee. That's beautiful. That's definitely 60s, 70s. I love it. I mean, if you guys see anything that caught your eye, let me know, because this is a new business in my community, and I'm sure she'd appreciate the business. So, let me know. Look at that cabbage patch. That was the oddest thing. It was definitely like a hobbyist piece. This mirror was gorgeous. So were these chairs. I loved them. And look at the price. I didn't find it to be, antique mall prices. I liked her pricing. I thought they were fair and nice. But this mirror is just gorgeous. I absolutely fell in love with this little desk. I don't remember what that says, but it was just so beautiful. And the size is just this quaint, petite little size. I feel like I could use it as like a little vanity or something. And it has that hidden door in the middle with no handle. So imagine buying it and getting a handle and finding out what's inside. Too cute. I love a good etched mirror. There I am. Hi. There was a vanity there. I think I saw it on the way out through the window. It looked really old and beautiful. And then, of course, I spotted cats, and they're brass cats. So beautiful. This one I loved. I was like, I'm gonna get it. And then I saw the price, $50, which I know, big solid brass like that goes for that price. So I'm not upset about the price. It's not in my budget. But look how sweet they are. I want the whole family, but I specifically love that one, and her little eyes closed and her eyelashes. I loved it. Of course, I spotted a cat again. Look at this pink couch. I'd give anything. Lots of more tea sets. That beautiful kind of creepy painting, but I love it, or drawing. This side of the store was more boxed, and then at one point the lady told me, no, not back there. So I don't think I was supposed to be back there, but that's where I found my two little brass candlesticks. Fell in love with them. I'm gonna ask how much these are. Little cuties, made in India, brass. That was so cute. It was from Cuba. It was signed Cuba. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. So this area I think was off limits, and look at me being all nosy, but look how beautiful the blue on that stained glass vintage lamp. I like that little birdie. Ducks, because, you know, why not? Guys, I loved this place. It's local. We've never had anything like this. I love it so much. I really hope her business succeeds. We exchanged information, and I will tag her in everything because it's so beautiful here. It really is a curated curiosity. We'll be back. That was their Christmas in July sale. Miami 305 Vintage. They are off of, for my Miami people, off of Coral Way and 137th Avenue. And I wanted to see this vanity on the outside. It's so beautiful. I love it. Best wishes to Miami 305 Vintage.